Hey guys, it's Tuesday night here in Manila, and I'm going to go ahead and record my Chase unboxing video. And as promised, we're doing a couple of super treasure hunts tonight, but with an added bonus, one of the first treasure hunts ever to be released. Actually, it's number 2 to be exact. It's Gold Passion from the 1995 treasure hunt series. And what I'm doing tonight is like taboo, because all of these are on pristine mint cards, not even soft corners on these guys. All of these cards are perfectly mint, but I didn't get these cards to keep them in their like plastic and cardboard prisons. I got them to open and enjoy. For a while I did try to maintain everything in cards and in packages, but I just have a lot more fun taking pics of them out of the package and such things like that. So nowadays I'm an opener. A lot of stuff, as you've seen, I was trying to save the card condition of the Japan Historics, because a lot of stuff I have to put back in the package right now and hang on the wall, because I don't have room in my display case for the loose stuff anymore. The stuff that I put out on the shelves to get a little more dusty than others is not as valuable, so that's why these guys I'd like to have in the display case. So until I can get another display case, I do put them back in the packages. That way they're protected for now, and then if I want to, I can pop them out and take some pictures of them and so on. Anyways, we'll get started in a minute. I want to give some shout outs to help some of these guys along, because there's a lot of challenges happening right now. So this week I will have a bonus video, and my weekend free-for-all video will be based on a challenge. The bonus video will be based on a challenge. There's like 3 challenges that I'm aware of going on right now. One of them, unfortunately, I cannot participate in, but I'll tell you guys about it because maybe you can. And for one thing, maybe you want to check out this guy's channel. His name's 57 Ford Man. Has a great channel. He participates in a lot of the challenges going on, shows us some stuff in his collection a lot, so nice channel to check out. He's got a construction challenge going on right now, but unfortunately I can't participate in that one. I do not own one construction vehicle, so I cannot do anything with that one. Now, the second one that I heard about was from Mike Dyson. He's another guy that participates in a lot of the challenges and does videos and shows us a lot of his great collection too. He announced his challenge on his video doing my challenge, the wagon challenge. So he just did that day before yesterday. If you guys want to check it out, he did a great job with it. And he does announce his challenge. He's doing a fantasy car challenge. So any of your fantasy cars he wants to see in a challenge. And another one I just learned about an hour ago was from Nitro Speed. Mike over at Nitro Speed is throwing out a challenge for muscle car chase scenes. And these muscle cars are ones that you would pick to use in a police pursuits. Like if you're outrunning the cops, these would be your top 10 cars, but they have to be muscle cars, he specified. So and then he said save one for your most valuable one, I guess you could say most valuable player, the MVP of the police chase, which one you would like to be in the final chase scene. So I'm going to be doing Mike Dyson's and Mike at Nitro Speed's challenges this week. So as I said, it's kind of one more video on top of what I usually do, but hey, every now and then I do throughout those bonus videos. So that's the news announcement. So let's get down to business here with these supers and treasure hunts and a brief look back on treasure hunts, since I have some iconic pieces here. So this guy here in the middle is the 1995 series, Gold Passion, and this is when they were really limited, only 10,000 produced, and that seems like a lot nowadays for chase cars, and it really does, but these are really rare. You don't see them as often as what you do like a 1 of 750 or 1 of 500 M2 car. You just don't see these guys out there anymore. And this guy, as I said, this is a pristine card. There's no flaws at all on this card. It's yellowed on the back as usual with the 95s. So, anyways, corner's perfect, but hey, let's let him out. It's been 25 years this guy's been in the package, not able to breathe, so let's get him out of here. And let him see, well, I can't say see the light of day, because he does see the light of day. The blister is transparent, but, and as I said, I try to bust these open where I can tape them shut. And if you really want to save the cards and open, you can use acetone and rub along the back and let it absorb in, and it loosens the glue and you can pull the blister off. But right now I don't have any acetone and I don't really feel like dicking with it right now, so I'll just break them loose and then tape them shut later on. That way I can reuse it, open and close if I tape it, but if I re-glue it, then it's really hard to get it open without damaging again. So anyways, let's get a look at Gold Passion. One of the ones that started all this madness with treasure hunts and with chase vehicles. And this is one beautiful paint job on this car. This car is usually known as Purple Passion. This is one of the only times it was called Gold Passion. I think there was another time it was called something else Passion, but it's predominantly known for being called Purple Passion. Beautiful car, rubber tires, gold wheels, gold base. That metallic paint is gorgeous. And as you can see from being in there for 25 years, and there was some slack in the blister with him rolling back and forth, a little bit of the white wall has rubbed off, but nothing major. So yeah, this is a very cool car. This is like a fantasy car, and this will be making another appearance in a couple of days in Mike Dyson's fantasy car video, because this is pretty much what I have for a fantasy car, something that would have been based on a real car, and something that maybe Hot Wheels or M2 didn't get rights for. So that's why they called this guy Purple Passion, or this one Gold Passion, but it's based on like a radically customized 49 to 51 Mercury. So that's what she's based on, and this is a really pretty car. Very underrated car from '95. It's one of the, I can't say the least valuable, but one of the least valuable ones in the set. But actually it's probably got one of the nicest paint jobs of a lot of them in the set. That is really nice. I didn't realize how nice that was until I got it out of the package and got it under the light and could see all this metal flake. Very nicely done. It's got like a DeSoto grill. And then this would have probably had like the Cadillac, 70s Cadillac tail lights like Cadzilla had. The big cruiser skirts, they called them. And you could see the distinguished body line of the old 49 to 51 Merc on the door. And it's been turned into a hard top. The B-pillar's been removed and the frame around the door has been removed. But these are all custom traits that these guys do on these lead sleds, they call them. So yeah, very beautiful car. And as you can see, I was using my guys from the diorama to hold up these packages. So let's get this truck out of here. He's the one that's usually sitting at the toy store. And then I borrowed the mailman's truck for the Kenmeri, so we'll give the mailman back his mail carrier. So this is probably by far my favorite JDM Super. We did one a few weeks ago of the AE86 Toyota, which is cool. It's kind of sentimental more than anything for me because it was my peg find Super in Manila. So I've only found 2 pig find super treasure hunts here in Manila, and then I found a green machine the other day, and I couldn't believe it, online on one of these shopping outlets, kind of like Amazon. It's called Shopee, but I got a green machine Datsun 510 for like $6, which is cheaper than SRP for those green light cars here. So I was very, very happy about that. Anyways, as I said, this is my favorite JDM Super. Actually, my favorite version of the Kenmeri that Hot Wheels does. Love this car. As I was telling you guys about this in the JH1 unboxing yesterday. And if you haven't checked that out, please do so, because that's a great video. I unboxed the 2 rare variants, the Cage Taco, and then the smooth grill. Well, I think it's like semi-smooth. One of my buddies looked at it. He said it would be considered the smooth grill wagon. So anyways, I did unbox the rare variants along with the other 3 of the set. So you get a nice look at it, because I kind of do close-up shots of the car so you can see them really good. So anyways, let's get this guy out and look at him. And once again, pristine card. No creases, no soft corners, but still yet. Let's get him out and get a look at him. And actually, all of these I've opened previously to the video so I could take my time, like running my fingernail and a knife along the edge so I didn't like peel up the package. And as you can see, there's the little flame circle indicating super, but you can pretty much tell by the paint job of the car compared to the mainline one, and also the TH on the front fender, and then the dead giveaway, the rubber tires, of course, with the 4-spoke wheel. And that's, like I said, this looks really slick. Same wheel and tire combination as the Kenmeri police car from JH1, but I'm just not into that police paint job. But this blue I am really much into, because there was a very popular JDM Kenmeri from Japan that was blue. It's very popular. Then there's the race one that's iconic. It's like a bluish green with the number 73 on it, but I think that was to distinguish the year more than anything. But that's also a very popular paint job for this car. But yeah, this is a very sweet looking car. The tampos, the blue, black interior, tinted windows. And as I said, even the Kenmeri in the JDM or Japan Historic set didn't have any painted headlight and rear tail light tampos. But that was probably because of the fact that one of my subscribers pointed out, and he has a very good point, this is like the first year, this is the first set from the car culture, the JDM or Japan Historics 1, and it was the second grade like premium compared to the retro entertainment. So a lot of times those cars didn't have headlight and tail light tampos. But this one, though, they did put tail light tampos on it, and it is plastic, and it's got the GTR emblem. So this is actually like a step above the JH1 Kenmeri, except it does have the plastic chassis too. But hey, that I can deal with, because this is actually really cool. I forgot that the tail light tampos were on this one, and the GTR emblem was on this. So that's a huge plus on this car. And this blue is really beautiful, this Spectra Flame blue. So yeah, this is by far my favorite JDM Super. So, last but not least, definitely, this is the first Secret Super. This was the first one released in 2012 that was the new wave, or the new revolution of how super treasure hunts were going to be done. They were going to be hidden in the main line, and you would get a super version of it, but no regular version of it. But they still made regular treasure hunts that were marked in 2012. So the story behind the treasure hunts, as I said I was going to tell you guys, is like 95 through like 97, they were pretty good. 95, 96, they were great. Rubber tires, cool paint jobs, things like that. 97, they started to slack and just doing like mainline cars, plastic wheel cars, all the way through like 99. And you would get the occasional rubber tire treasure hunt, but nothing that exotic. Then in 2000, they started taking a little more pride in them again and doing a lot of rubber tire cars. I think they were all rubber tire cars in 2000, but don't quote me on that. And they continued to do so all the way through 2006. And in 2005, which was really the 11th year, but by like going calendar 95 to 2005, they released it as their 10th anniversary set. And they had that special mail-in drag bus treasure hunt. Then 2006 was the last year for the regular treasure hunt. Then 2007 they came out with the regular versions and the super versions of the same car. Both were treasure hunts. One was just a regular with a regular like enamel paint or acrylic paint, whatever you want to call it. Then they had the Spectraflame paint. And that year, since it was like the first with the Spectraflame stuff, but as I'm sure they used it on some of the other previous years, but it wasn't widely used. So that year they had a lot of problems. You'll see a lot of cars with paint flake from 2007. The Supers, the Enzo, the Skyline are all notorious for having paint flake. That's why I'm a little bit leery to invest big money in some of those cars. I used to have a lot of them, but sold them before they went through the roof. Nowadays they went through the roof, but I'm still a little a little bit skeptical of the fact that they may start flaking even later on, since a lot of them had that issue. But they may be fine too. I don't know. So that was 2007, super and regular, and then they did this all the way through 2011. But what was special about 2011, it was the first year they went to 15 cars. They had 15 regulars and 15 supers of the same model. Then 2012, that's when this guy appeared. They stopped making super and regular versions of the same car. They still had a 15-car regular treasure hunt set that had the green stripe and it said treasure hunt, but they were totally different cars than what the super was. So then the super was this Spectraflame paint and rubber tire version of a mainline car. So this continued for just 2012. Then 2013, they kept 15 hidden supers, and then they went to hidden regular treasure hunts. And they've done this ever since, except in 2018, they gave us a bonus super treasure hunt, which was the Bone Shaker. It was 16 supers that year. Even the RLC box set has 15 supers, but they send you the 16th one in I think it was like special box that said the Ultimate Super Bone Shaker, blah, blah, blah. So that was the most treasure hunts we had ever gotten in 1 year. That was for the 50th anniversary. And then as far as I know, for 19, it went back to 15 supers, and this year it's going to be 15 supers. So that's kind of the history behind the treasure hunts. But this is the first one that was released for the secret supers. So this was the first one that appeared in the fall of 2011 as one of the hidden supers. And everybody went crazy over that. I thought it was a great idea too, to kind of prevent some of the scalpers, but it didn't take long for them to catch on. And then they did it with the regular treasure hunts, which actually I wish they would have left the regulars alone and just kept it marked. That way it's a little bit more fun for like kids, and they know when they actually found a super and such. But they didn't do this. But anyways, it's still, you can kind of see the little flame circle emblem on the regular treasure hunts. But sometimes they put it on regular run cars, like in 5-packs. Even some of the color changers have this, I've seen. So that's the downside. Actually, I taped this one up pretty good because this one was actually hard to get open, and I started tearing the cardboard, so I used a knife to open it, and it kind of warped the blister, so I had to use extra tape to tape it down. As you can see, it kind of warped it, and I just ripped the card with the tape. But hey, who cares? It's not like the card's still really that useful anyways. And this one is actually one of the nicest variants that I've had of this car. Sometimes they had a light coloring of this car, and then this darker Spectraflame, I call it like root beer, but it's orange actually, maybe bronze or however you want to call it. Very nice. And back when this first came out, a couple of guys in Malaysia that was working at the factory popped this super base on a regular orange body, and a couple of them made it out of the factory, and people were going nuts over them here, or in the States, and paying big money for them, but those are just factory customs. There was not a variant. Same thing with the Toyota Tundra from 13. They did that with the red Tundra body on a super chassis. Those are just factory customs, because I can get a bunch of them here in the Philippines, like the Need for Speed, I think it was, the red Skyline from the other year. They actually done that car in multiple colors with the factory tampos, some with real riders, and they're factory sealed. They were put together at the factory, but they're just factory customs from the employees. So those are like, I guess you could say, a common occurrence here. They're easy to find. They're not really that cheap, but they're much cheaper than what you can get them on eBay for here. So this is the last of our group tonight, and I hope you like my story with the supers and the history of the treasure hunts. I'm sure multiple people have done this. They did a great job on the tail light tampos on this car. I don't know why they do like one and not the other. That's like kind of strange, but anyways, I'm happy with the tail light tampos. Nice Dodge emblem, nice tampos. There's no problems with the tampos on this car. So yeah, this is very nicely done. Those 10-spoke, I think those are 10-spoke wheels. I'm not sure. Those are like different than what you usually see on the supers with the real riders and stuff. That's like not a very common wheel. It's very cool looking too. It fits this car perfectly. It looks like a Pro Touring Superbee. So that is my unboxing of this, not premium, but my chase cars this week, and there are some iconic ones there. Next week, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing for the chase unboxing. I still have plenty of stuff like for Green Machines, Ultra Reds, M2s, and I also have some more supers left. No more old stuff though, just like say 2012 and newer supers. That was my only 95, but he deserved to be freed. It's nice to see him sitting there with the others in front of the Mattel toy store. Let's zoom in and get a look at those guys together. They look great. So, anyways, yeah, I will be doing Mike Dyson's challenge first, and I'll be doing Mike at Nitro Speed. So Mike Dyson, I know I told you I'd probably do yours on Saturday, but I may even release yours tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and record it right after this video. That way it's ready to go. And then Mike at Nitro Speed, I will have yours done by the weekend. I still have to go through and pick out what cars I would use in a police chase and stick directly with muscle cars. And then Mike Dyson, I already have 10 fantasy cars. Well, kind of fantasy cars. You'll see. So, guys, make sure you tune back in to watch these challenges, and then make sure you check out these other guys' channels I just told you about. Nitro Speed, Mike over there at Nitro Speed, then Mike Dyson, which is someone else. He has his own channel, just Mike Dyson. Then 57 Ford Man, he's also got a construction challenge going on. A lot of guys are doing that right now. So check out those three guys, and then tune back into me and check out my versions of their challenges. And also make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so yet already, and like and share the videos. And I do appreciate you guys that have subscribed. I'm now over 800 subscribers. Greatly appreciate all of you. So keep on trucking till I get to 1,000, but still yet at past 1,000, there's still a lot of work to do. So please keep watching, keep sharing, keep liking, keep commenting, and I will always get back to you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, guys.